Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Between Here and Lost, the debut studio record of the nu metal band Love and Death. Today we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the record, so I've decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. Love and Death is actually a follow-up to solo work of Brian Head Welch, the guitarist of Korn. After the release of his first solo record Save Me From Myself in 2008, he started working on a follow-up, and later he decided that it shouldn't be released under his name but as Love and Death because he values his bandmates or some stuff like that. The album was actually supposed to be released in 2012, but for some reason it was pushed back till January 22nd, 2013. My story with this band is quite simple. I've been a massive Korn fan since the day I was born. I would listen to all of their stuff. I remember when Untouchables was released, then Take a Look in the Mirror, then Head sadly left and Korn wasn't the same. So I've also followed his work, I've enjoyed his solo record, and I was patiently awaiting the release of this one. So yeah, I've heard this one when it was released. Soon you will find out what I think about it. Before we start, let's talk about some things. The first stuff is there are two editions of this record. The expanded edition came out later the same year, it features 3 more songs. Here's the lineup of the band. We have Brian on the vocals and the guitars, GR on the guitar and backing vocals, Michael on the bass and backing vocals, and Dan Johnson on the drums. What's funny here is Dan Johnson and Joe Rickard, who played drums on Paralyzed, are both the ex-drummers of the Christian metal/rock band Red. The producer of this record, Jason Roach, is also an ex-member of Red. He was the founding member and the guitarist. Currently he plays in Breaking Benjamin and he's also the bassist of Love and Death nowadays. So the production on this record is tight, it sounds clean but heavy at the same time, everything is mixed well, you can hear every instrument and the vocals are in the right spot. Message is diverse, songs are mostly about Head's struggles with life, addiction and finding Jesus. Structure of the songs is pretty basic, standard, intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge and the chorus. Musically it's a nu metal record, but the vocals have that alternative metal atmosphere. If I had to describe the sound of this one, I would say it sounds like Korn mixed with Breaking Benjamin and some genty stuff here and there. The album starts with Abandoning, Wake up sleepy, wide awake, do 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 do. Master, master, save me, master, master, kill me, do, don't give up on me now. That's the song. I love Head's vocals on this record, he really stepped up, his singing is perfect and his screams are really on point as well. The drumming on the entire record is phenomenal, so is the bassist work, you can actually hear the bass, not that much but it's audible. And the guitar work on this song is just great. I love it. It reminds me of the old school Korn stuff, but way more melodic. 10 out of 10. Whip It is a Devo cover. I'm really surprised how nu metalish this one sounds. Like, I remember the original and they've just changed it completely. I love the verses in this track, they're just so ominous and atmospheric. The chorus is great as well. So whip it into shape, do. Head is just amazing here. Another 10 out of 10 song. Watching the Bottom Fall is not on the same level as the previous songs, yet it still retains that heavier atmosphere with some more melodic choruses. I really dig this song, especially the bridge part. It's heavy, it's straight to the point. I like it. 9 out of 10. By the Way is more melodic than the previous songs. I especially enjoy the verses here. Head's vocals there are just one of a kind. I love this song, the chorus is also beautiful. I wonder if the first verse in this song is about his ex-bandmates in Korn, at least they were his ex-bandmates back then. It's a really great song that stands out from the rest, 10 out of 10. Meltdown is one of the singles with a music video and it's the first letdown for me. I love the chorus, but that oh part that is happening here and there is really awful. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why are you doing this? Oh. I hate these kinds of vocals anywhere. They are very cringy, annoying, and it's just not good. It's awful. Stop it. Jesus wouldn't want this. But the chorus, on the other hand, is just so beautiful. You know that I am heading for a meltdown, controlling me, losing it all. That part is just beautiful. 9 out of 10. My Disaster starts with that classic corny riff at the beginning. It reminds me of the first 2 Korn albums. Great stuff. Then we have some more melodic verses, I enjoy it. And then that heavy chorus strikes. What's interesting about this song is the bridge, which has melodies very similar to that Linkin Park song, Somewhere I Belong. You can listen to them both and you will understand what I'm talking about. I think it's funny, but yeah, the song is great, I love every second of it, 10 out of 10. I Wait For You features Matty of the band For Today, which means you're going to hear some growling here. Matty delivers, his vocal performance is great on this song, and Head isn't so far behind, he's killing it with his clean vocals and his shouts. This is an amazing song, very atmospheric, very beautiful and heavy at the same time. 10 out of 10. Fading Away starts with a melody that is very similar to Korn-ish's record. It really reminds me of that Falling Away From Me kind of vibe. Amazing stuff. Then we have some cool verses, but the main star of this song is the chorus, which is just beautiful. Everything in it just works, especially the vocals. The bridge is epic as well. 10 out of 10. Paralyzed and Chemicals were the first songs you could actually hear from this band back in 2012. I remember them quite well. Paralyzed was my favorite from the two. Head's vocals are just astonishing, I love his performance here. The guitar work, phenomenal as well. So are the drums and bass work. This is just beautiful song. I'm paralyzed, I need you now. 10 out of 10. Chemicals, on the other hand, is the weakest song on the record. I still enjoy it, especially the bridge part and the vocals, but the verses aren't so good. I mean, they are the worst part of the record and the song. Everything else was great. 8 out of 10. Bruised ends the standard edition of the record. It's a very dark song that the beginning reminds me of Rammstein Seaman song. Like it has that dark atmosphere of it. I really enjoy the vocal performance here. This song isn't a masterpiece, but it really fits as the closer. 9 out of 10. The expanded edition adds 3 songs. The first one is Empty. I have no idea why this song wasn't on the standard edition. It's amazing through and through. The main star of this song is JR, the guitarist, who is singing here quite a lot, and his voice is very beautiful. And then Head comes up with his shouting and also some singing. It's a beautiful duo, it just works. It makes the song much more interesting. The next stuff that is very cool is the drumming, it sounds really good, and the bass work is top notch, but the guitars are just killing it, straight up killing it. It reminds me of the band Meshuggah, you know, those genty vibes, dun 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 dun, especially in the bridge part. The bridge part is probably the heaviest moment of Love and Death's discography. The lyrics are also very interesting and I urge you to check them out on your own. I think this is the best song from this band. 11 out of 10. Now we have 2 remixes from Jason. What's interesting about these tracks is the fact that he just took the original vocals and wrote a new instrumental parts for both of the tracks. The Abandoning is yet again a nu metal heavy song, but I don't think this instrumental is as good as the original. I think it's great, don't get me wrong, but it's just not on the same level. The breakdown here is better for sure, but the verses and the chorus, not so much. 8 out of 10. The remix of Meltdown, on the other hand, is atrocious. It sounds like something from a shitty movie, like Transformers or 2012 kind of movie. I don't like this at all. It took everything I liked about the original and removed it. 4 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is fitting. Replayability, yeah, it's an excellent record that I enjoy from beginning to the end. It doesn't have any weak songs, except that one remix. If you are a fan of Head's music, you should get this one for sure, and if you are a Korn fan that didn't listen to it or did not buy it, I urge you to do it, you won't be disappointed. I think that this record is the best thing that has happened to the Korn camp since Take a Look in the Mirror, basically. This record is definitely better than the Paradigm Shift that was also released in 2013, and it was garbage. It was pop trash that had horrendous choruses, but at least the intros were interesting, but still it wasn't good music. This thing, on the other hand, is very good. Check it out, you won't regret it. That's all from me, thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my other videos. Bye!